Well, a fantastic feeling after today, the first day of the season. It's great to be back here in Lanzarote. I mean, tricky conditions, and you know, the sailing today has been extremely close. As you know, every boat is you know, full of top quality. So yeah, I'm very happy, very proud of the guys, and very proud of the result. Obviously, it's just day one, so a long way to go. But you know, we'll take this good performance today, and you know, keep on fighting hard for the rest of the weekend. Our beloved Vasco is he's always been you know, always been a star for us. So yeah, no difference there, and you know, I think you know, very down to earth, feet on the ground, which is I think a bit of a philosophy on our boat anyway. But no, that would never change him for sure.
After a brief delay, the hustle was on in Bustleton from the get-go.
Hold on! East traveller, east trav! Hold on, Aiden! Rounding up! Yeah, it's alright, ready? I'll give you a hand. Here? Come here, man. Copy that.
And the West Australian Wobbles returned for the Rouge Rocket.
You right?
Pavement joining the Red Flyer in the red zone, closing in on 70 kilometres an hour when it all went pear-shaped.
Oh, I'm a bit concussed. All good. You alright?
Yeah, rudders were starting to get a bit wild on me, and I was basically just struggling to stay on the boat. Next thing I know, we were capsized. I think I went forward. I must have hit the board on my way through. Kind of can't remember what happened before that.
Boat get a little bit loose, and next thing you know, you're in the air, and the horizon's just flying by faster than you can recognise.
That race was scratched, leaving it all to play for in the last, where you could have forgiven the Superfoilers for playing it safe. Phil Robertson wasn't shying away from the challenge, becoming just the third skipper to taste success in the series.
We're just feeling a lot more confident and comfortable in the boat and getting the hang of it. So yeah, we're clearly feeling a lot better out there in the bigger breeze, and it's nice. We're welcoming it and wishing we could do more in it. So yeah, bring on the big breeze and we'll keep trying to send it.
The entire fleet has the chance to close in on Euroflex, The series leader unable to take the start line after munching through their starboard float in training earlier in the day.
Looks like the rudder broke. This dock between the top bearing and the bottom bearing is snapped, and then when that happened it went outboard, went through the side of the hull, and it's sort of looks like a can opener has gone down the side of the boat.
They're fragile, high-performance craft, and you know, things are on the edge, and that's also the beauty about the sailing. You know, that's what we like about sailing these types of boats. But you know, things that are on the edge, sometimes you know, you go over that edge at times, and structurally, that's just one that I don't think anyone could foresee, and just unfortunate. But we'll play on.
Today we have light winds in the east, but we make a good race for us. The boat is very fast all the time. The crew good job in the decision. They change the sails. The strategy is very nice. We're happy the race today.
Today was quite tricky sometimes. The wind blew only about 5 knots, 6 knots sometimes over the island. But anyway, it was a great day, great battle with the other teams from the ocean racing class. Yeah, low wind start and downwind start, so it's a different strategy for that start. You just don't want to be hooked by other boats, but on the other hand you want to deploy your gennaker quite early just to gain the speed and momentum to blow off the starting line. We didn't do that well starting procedure, but we maintain during the race over there, playing some shifts over the island with the dying winds. Great day.
You have a very famous tactician on board, eh?
Yeah, I have a big experience in big boats. I'm a very young guy. I started sailing 7 years in the Optimist class. Now I have 36 years, but I have a good experience. More and more races in the year, in the different locations, different boats. I have a good crew here. It's more easy the job, the tactician, but I'm very happy.
Every competitor is tough for us, you know, we just want to do our job very well. We are a professional amateur team, so most of the guys are amateurs on the boat, and for them it's a really first time with such a big loads on such a big boats. But we had 2 days of practice prior to the event, and they really look more smooth than at the beginning.
Welcome to the New York Yacht Club for the presentation of the Rolex Yachtsman and Yachtswoman of the Year ceremony. This award dates back to 1961 when U.S. Sailing first presented it. Rolex came aboard as presenting sponsor in 1980. The nice thing about our sport is you get to do it for your entire life. At 24, Erika Reinecke had a very impressive year, and at the other end of the spectrum, at 58, Peter Duncan was on top of the world.
On behalf of New York Yacht Club, I'd like to congratulate Erika and Peter. Also on behalf of the club, I'd like to thank Rolex, our partner for 60 years, for their continued support of New York Yacht Club and of course this event.
This year's recipients join a very special segment of sailing history that includes world champions, Olympic and Paralympic medalists, America's Cup legends, and other extraordinary American sailors. Women and men of all ages, one design sailors, ocean racers, and kiteboarders have all been at this stage as recipients of this inclusive award.
We're very proud to be here today to celebrate the success of Peter and Erika, their amazing achievement and their amazing performance this year. And we also are very proud to be associated with the New York Yacht Club. So welcome to this wonderful event. I personally always leave very inspired and motivated to do more for this wonderful sport of sailing. Thank you.
Erika's current focus is in the laser radial, but she talks about the benefit of being part of the team. This was very evident during her career at Boston College. Erika emerged as a natural leader, displaying a level of hard work, enthusiasm, and focus that served as examples for all her teammates to strive for excellence. Please join me in welcoming 2017 Rolex Yachtswoman of the Year, Erika Reinecke, to come up to the stage.
Looking back, every event I've succeeded in has been because of my ability to separate emotion from what my job was, making the boat go fast. Greg, thank you for making me see clearly when my vision was so blurred with outside pressures and influences. It's been one of the greatest gifts you've given me, and it's allowed me to become a better athlete in person. So thank you. As I look into the crowd, I see many of my idols, past and current coaches, supporters, and family present that I cannot believe my eyes. I feel truly blessed. Thank you, Rolex, and congratulations to the Yachtsman of the Year, Peter Duncan. I'm honored to be standing up here beside you. Have a great afternoon and enjoy New York. Thank you.
Peter started the year winning the Echel Sidoran Regatta in Miami, and for the 4 regatta series, ended up 3rd for the year, as Phil Lutz and Bruce Burton will tell you, is quite an achievement in itself. In the J70 class, he won the Italian Nationals, he won the New England Championship, won the Bacardi Cup, won the Sail Newport Regatta, slipped a 2nd in the North Americans, my goodness gracious. And then he sailed the Melga's 24 and was a top 6th in the national championship, so pretty impressive. And then we get to the World Championship in Puerto Cervo, Italy, off Sardinia. along with his crew, Judd Smith, who sat here and won this award back in 2006, Victor Diaz-Leon and William Van Way. They won 3 of 6 races in the Worlds, never lower than 3rd place in a 161 boat fleet. Now that is impressive, and that is what impressed our committee so much. So Peter, on behalf of all of us American sailors, thank you for your service and congratulations to your very impressive victory in 2017 and all the years leading up to it. Peter Duncan.
When Jack called to let me know I had won, I was absolutely stunned. So as I never in my life would have imagined that I would win this most important award. As I look at not only the past winners, both men and women, but those who have been nominated over the years, it's a who's who of sailing here in the United States, and I'm absolutely humbled to be included with that group. So, thanks to all of you for coming today. Thanks again to U.S. Sailing and Rolex. I am truly and will be forever honored. Thank you.
So the boats arrived at quite late, as everyone knows, and then the first thing we do is empty the boat, take all the sails off, all the onboard kit, and then pack all that away, and then 6 o'clock tomorrow morning the crane comes and we'll start lifting all the boats out, mast out, boat out of the water, and then start working on it tomorrow. So this stopover is a big one for us. It's halfway through the race and we're going to repaint the whole deck, redo the non-skid, which is obviously a huge job. And we're doing that on top of all of our normal servicing. So we've got the Volvo boatyard who service the winches, the engines, the hydraulics, the normal paint touch-ups. Normally we paint the rudders and the keel every time as well, because we're always hitting things that are floating in the ocean. So when you throw in painting the deck on top of that, that means that no one can access the boat for about 4 or 5 days normally at best, and we only have about 6 days out of the water. So we're pretty pressed for time and everything.
Very tired, very tired. Sometimes they're nice to us and come in during the day. That doesn't happen very often. I think we've had that twice so far, maybe. The rest of the time it's been about 3 AM, 4 AM. This is a big one. I think we're here for 3 more weeks, and it's probably our biggest stopover. Yeah, halfway around the world, so a lot of stuff to fix on the boat.
Absolutely the best. No, couldn't be prouder. We're not many, so we're 5, which is not heaps. Some of the other teams have almost double that, but we still have to get all of the same amount of work done and deliver the boat ready. And yeah, no, we're pretty proud of what we get done, and it's always done on time and as good as any other boat for sure.
So we're just getting ready to lift the boat out of the water. Fletch and Dino are just sorting out the last final adjustments on the sling setup, and then we get ready to go.
Professional rope holder. I just got my certificate in it 2 weeks ago in Australia. Certified to hold rope now.
been an amazing effort by all involved to get the boat here in the water that you see behind us. I mean, coordination between you know, our shore team, the boatyard, all the suppliers, the stakeholders, and you know, just a month ago we said we'd be on the water, you know, this day, this time, and everybody stuck to the schedule. It's pretty amazing. So the boat literally just went back in the water up at YDL in Hobsonville, floated down the river here to the viaduct. We got to haul it out right now, put it on its keel, put the rig in, you know, put it through its paces, but we were able to do most of our regular refit and maintenance work up at YDL, so that's very good. You know, we're going to be sailing starting the 7th, plenty of time for the import race, a little bit of training by ourselves, and then, you know, on-time leg start on the 18th, so all in pretty good shape.
You know, after spending some time at home, I think everybody was looking forward to getting back here and getting back to it, but with heavy hearts and not really knowing what that was going to feel like. And now that we've been here for a while and the boat is in the water, I think, you know, I personally am just really excited to get back to it.
Artemis Racing started the final day of the RC44 Calero Marinas Cup in 3rd place, but even winning the final race wasn't enough to keep Team CREF from constantly gaining ground on them. Eagle Lar's 2017 RC44 Championship winning team put in the best performance of the day. They won the opening race to finish the regatta in 3rd overall.
Competition in this class as good as ever. You know, we've all been thinking hard over the winter how to beat each other. Some of the boats are a little bit different, what they've done in terms of setup, and there's some new crew on pretty much every boat. Everyone's just had a little change of key position, so we're pleased with where we are. We know we left quite a lot of points out on the race course. We can just keep fighting away and ready for round 2 in 44's.
The battle for overall honours was the toughest between Charisma and Team Nika. Nico Poons, tactician Ray Davis and the Charisma crew remained super consistent from the event's start. Despite finishing 5th in the final race, their poorest performance, they clung on to their lead to finish 1 point ahead of Vladimir Prosikin, Dean Barker and the Team Nika crew.
On the last downward run, we got a lot of breeze suddenly from another direction. We just could take down the kite, and instead of being 3, we ended up number 5, and just by 1 point won the regatta. You always enjoy when you win.
It's not the first 100 yards that counts, it's the last 100 yards. You're not going to win the race in leg 1, Jeremy. No one's going to win the race in leg 1. Have him! You're brought up by your parents with a set of values that you're going to be always be a, you know, do the right thing, be a sportsman and have a sense of fair play. Well, that's what you do. If you don't, you do what the rest do.